All right, so today's video, we're back with another cheater VOD. Now, this one is actually like a full rank game. Like, usually you see like a little bit of a shorter game. This one's interesting. It says, hi, I was in a rank game with my duo. We are pretty new to the game, and we ran into this person on the other team playing Soldier 76. We quickly realized something was wrong. He tracked everyone perfectly regardless of their movement or positioning. Nobody on our team said anything, only we asked if the soldiers seemed to be hacking or not, and nobody answered. Watching the replay, it looks suspicious how he tracks the heads and bodies of others. I don't think he has walls, but he does have some kind of aim assist hack. We got absolutely rolled, and we ended up very sad. Could you tell us if he is really a hacker or just better than us? Thanks, have a great day. And just to add on to this is a bronze to gold wide match. Wide match just means that the person is out of, like, the regular part of, like, your, like, SR range. That's all it means, So let's see. Let's see if they're cheating and go from there. Well, that's... I mean, they're certainly in the right rank, that's for sure. Now, let's see what their aim looks like. What rank is this? It's a wide match, bronze to gold. Full clip into Matrix? Oh, I'm seeing that. Dude, this is an interesting one. This is going to be one of those, like, we really have to look at it and settle it. Yes, yes, so you're right about that. That this means that this person is also probably queued with somebody during this, so yes. Because it's supposed to, when you do a wide match, it's supposed to queue you with a wide match, right? Did you see it, but you don't? I think it's one of those things where we need a little bit of time to let this one, to let this game cook. Is that what you're supposed to say? My hip and current? Am I saying it right? Because I think that it's one of these things where, like, Bob went off the map. Are you surprised? Of course the Bob went off the map. If you don't put Bob off the map at least once a game, I don't even think you're playing Ash. There's no way they're cheating. This is why I like I said, I want to watch the whole VOD. I want to watch the whole VOD. I think it's one of those things where okay. I gotta see something now. I'm gonna go back here on this one. I want to see something. So things like this is where I get a little bit concerned on this one. And this is why I think there's a chance they are. Once again, I'm gonna go through the whole VOD. Yeah, people are gonna be like, "Oh, what about footsteps, etc.?" That doesn't make footsteps. So when you see them like Noahs and Yadas in this area, now once again, the counter argument is that, well, you're gonna look in this area in general. So that's kind of where it's like I look at that and I go, maybe there's a chance in that one. And it's one of those things where, like, I would need to, like, really, if I really wanted to break it down, I could. But, like, this is where, like, I want to see. Like, if I pause, I want to see them when I pause. I'm only doing 0.25 for a reason here. I want to see, like, if they're... It's so hard to say because, like, I watch and they aim over here, right? So, like, if they start here, then I'm like, okay, maybe not. You know what I mean? Like, so, anyway. That's why I slow it down there, is because... I'm watching. Oh, you don't shoot at the tank's legs the whole time? Yep. There's an Ash to their left, but they don't... Now, chat, you saw what I saw there, right? Like, you saw what I saw, right? But like, on the Orisa, right? Yeah, yeah. But I'm curious if that's like one of those accidental like look-through walls. You know what I mean? Dude, it's... What do I mean by the accidental look-through walls? Oh, yeah. So, I'm trying to think of a way to explain this. If you went to a VOD, there's a good chance you randomly aim your mouse on somebody through a wall, like, on accident. Now, once again, I'm not saying they aren't cheating at this point. What I'm saying is that, like, there's probably moments in, like, even your own VODs where, like, you put your crosshair somewhere randomly, and it just so happens there's somebody in that exact spot. I'm just, like, it's one of those things where it's, like, I saw exactly what you saw with Orisa, and it definitely looks a little bit, like, fishy, and you're like, wait a second. That seems a little bit suspect, right? At the same time, it could just be one of those rare moments where, like, you just put your crosshair somewhere and it just happens to be there. If it happens consistently, that's when it starts to become, like, a huge issue. Like, okay, happened maybe once, twice a game. Okay, that, you know, you can kind of justify that. If I see that happen 10 times, then, like, okay, now it's making more sense, right? And yes, I see exactly what you're saying with, like, the aim, like, the awareness of the player definitely is in this rank. Now it's going to be about, are they cheating, or are they doing, like, are they trying to do, like, a, oh, I'm not cheating, but they're cheating type of, you know what I mean? Dude, man. Little detective games? I mean, that's kind of what it is, because, like, there's moments of interesting gameplay, but there's also moments where I'm just like, is this like, okay, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. And once again, yeah, this is also, you know, and for anybody watching the YouTube video, they're gonna be like, oh, it's so, some people will be like, it's so obvious, etc. I want to point out to you, this is something that I always put as like a little side note whenever I watch cheater VODs. I am stupid. So if they're not rage hacking in front of me, the way I analyze if they're cheating or not is probably worse than like somebody who watches 100 cheater VODs, or like, you know, when Flats decides to pause a 4-minute video and make it a 35-minute video. It takes me time to figure it out, is basically what I'm saying, right? Okay, let me give you an example. If somebody plays, let's say, Valorant, and they play Overwatch for the first time, they might come into the game and their movement might look terrible, but their aim is pretty good, right? I play tested Spectre Divide the other day, and like, I posted the video. But if you watch the video of me playing Spectre Divide, my aim is clearly good, but my movement's horrendous. My game sense in that game is horrendous. Like, if you watch my Spectre Divide gameplay, like, say I started playing it a ton in, like, 6 months from now, we'd watch that back and we'd be like, dude, what were you even doing, right? Like, so my point is that sometimes you'll have games like this where this player could be like, oh, hey, do you want to go try and play? And once again, this is where I'm not at the point of saying they're not cheating. I'm at the point of saying there's multiple variations of things that could be happening here. So I want to take all those into account when watching this VOD. I'm still going to lean a little bit more towards they might be cheating, but I also want to have a little bit of benefit of the doubt of maybe it's just a player who's an aimer in Valorant who's like new to the game, and like as their movement gets better and their map understanding gets better, a lot of what we're seeing now doesn't exist, right? Does that make sense? That's where I'm at right now with it. I'm gonna keep looking for moments, but like, and maybe I don't know. This is an interesting one because it's like it very much is up for interpretation on this one, right? So we'll see. Oh, dude, this is... Well, here's one thing's for sure, chat. The game sense isn't there, okay? The game sense isn't there, I'll tell you that much. Dude, am I stupid? I don't...
Life protects life.
See, okay, so here's where I'm at. And this is the problem I run into. And once again, this is where I struggle with this. If they were really, really, really cheated, like a ton, wouldn't that Valkyrie just get absolutely annihilated? So, like, I watch that and I go, are they cheated? And the problem is like, sometimes, and this, once again, goes back to what we talked about. Like people mention, like, the skipping of the mouse thing. I've seen that a couple times. But sometimes that can be as simple as there's a cat fur on the mouse pad. There's their sensitivity isn't quite right. And they're hitting the edge of their mouse pad for like a 1/10 of a second. And the reason why I say that is because I have the cat fur thing. It happens sometimes. Like, it doesn't... You'll watch the aim, and then it'll kind of, like, go like this, and you're like, wait a second. Like, there's a little cat fur, and, like, my mouse skates are probably... You know what I mean? Like, there's multiple things. It's, once again, one of those things there. If they are cheating, right? And we'll always leave it up for... Like, we'll leave it up for interpretation here. If they are cheating, it's very, very subtle, and I am too stupid to know if they are at this point. But I can assure you that if I go and play a game right now, heck, even like in Valorant, like I've had like, you know, I can aim well in Valorant, but I guarantee you now, since I haven't played Valorant in years, like my game sense will be awful. So.
I've got you in my sights.
So. Okay, so see, this is why I say, okay? This is why I say there's a chance it's just a new player to the game who has good aim from a different game and has no game sense. And like that's where like I think that's where it is. Now what we'll do is this. Here's what we'll do, okay? Because I know where people are gonna look at this, and I think this is a good opportunity to like really showcase what we're looking at here, okay? This is where people are gonna like look at this one, right? Because like the Junkrat tracking was pretty good here, right? So we're gonna go to the Junkrat. All right, here's their reaction. They see the Junkrat up in the air. So now let's see the aim. How does it go?
Check your corners.
Now, when you watch it in real time, it looks really unreal, right? Now, when we slow it down, it doesn't look as ridiculous, does it? Then it looks like they're just used to projectile aim in some sort, and they're just missing. See? So it's like you look at it, you go, wait a second. But then I watch that, and I'm kind of like, I don't know. This is what it looks fine to me. And that's, once again, there's gonna be, inevitably, there's gonna be somebody in the YouTube comments who's like, oh, dude, I am telling you, I am stupid. When it comes to this stuff, I'm stupid. I'm gonna point that out again. So you can tell me that in the comments, but I'm telling you before, I'm telling you I'm stupid at this. When it comes to like I need to slow it down to the, you know, this, etc. So, plus now we get to watch this again. Ah! I'm glad they have a Pharah now too. Because, like, now it's like... Now it's like one of those things we're gonna deal with, like, people on the high ground. Why did that Junkrat double mine out of it? I want to see moments like this. This is just for my own, like... I want to see moments like this. Sorry, I have to slow it down just because I want to see something. And like this is the thing. This is why I can be like stupid sometimes. Like, you notice how like they're still missing them a little bit, and like obviously with like the new changes to like the size. You're saying there's a jitter there? Dude, I don't see that. I was just gonna say I don't see like the little circle you'll see sometimes when people are cheating. I'm seeing the opposite of that. I'm just seeing them like barely being behind them. Like they're just barely behind them. The shots are hidden because of the change back in Season 9. This is why I'm too stupid. Is this a cheater VOD? I'm gonna call this more of a are they cheating VOD, more than a guaranteed cheater VOD.
That warms the bones.
Dude, I just don't. Aaron, thanks for the tier 1. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I've got you in my sights. Life protects life. Pulse munitions delivered to target.
Can we do a poll at the end of the match? I'm gonna be honest with you. Want to know why I probably wouldn't do a poll at the end of the match? Is because I've already talked about how I'm like leaning towards I'm not cheating, so I've already the poll has already been influenced at that point. You know what I'm saying? So like it would already lean in favor of the other way. I think. That's just how that goes. So. You know what? You know what I also think might be weird about this, and I think this is why it might be a very like interesting like way to look at it here too. You gotta remember this is also a wide match. So, like, this could very much be, like, a player who's at, like, the top end of gold, queued up with a bronze player, where, like, their aim is okay, and their game sense isn't quite caught up, but they're playing against, like, this is, like, the equivalent, like, so this is a wide match. So just to give people kind of an explanation of what a wide match is. A wide match is where you can now, they added this system back in, I think it was Season 9, or maybe it was, like, Season 10. I think it was Season 9. And the way a wide match works is you can play with anybody in Overwatch. I could queue up with a bronze player right now. Now, there's no guarantee I'd get a match. The queue times might be impossible, but I could get into a game. And that means that I would go up against people of equal skill. So there'd be like a top 500 player, but then there would also be a bronze player to match the bronze player, right? So because this is a wide match lobby, what I'm thinking is happening is there's a various amount of skill in this lobby. The players, it doesn't play exactly how you would see like a bronze versus bronze game or like a silver versus silver game. It's like, there's a lot in this wide match. I mean, this wide match there could be plat players in this game too. There could be wide matches are a bit more scuffed in the game, and they've said the game quality is going to technically be worse, right? So that's where I think it might be. That's why it's hard for me to figure this one out. You said there must be a player on an equal level. I mean, what if the Reinhardt is the player on an equal level on there? I mean, not the Reinhardt. What if the Reinhardt's the player who's also on equal level? You see what I'm saying? Like the Rein could be the player that's on the Mercy on the other team could be the player that's the equal level because they don't match the role, right? So it's like technically the Mercy could be the gold player, right, on the other team. So this soldier's a gold player and the Mercy's a gold player. Obviously, there's going to be two different variations of skill levels there based off of what you can even bring to the team, right? Ryan? I don't know. Although there was some in there where people are probably going to look at that. I think that was the pin. I think the pin does that. Adrian, thanks for the 20 months of the tier 1. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you. The Ryan's not gold? Yeah.
That's almost a year.
Does no one else see the small jitters? Can you, out of curiosity, would you mind explaining to me what you mean on that one? Because, like, when I see, like, a movement of, like, a mouse be, like, not as, like, smooth, I take that into account of multiple things. Like, even my aim will have moments like that, so that's where I get confused by some people. Like, it literally comes as simple as, like, you have your mouse pad scuffed. Or, like, when I first started playing games, I didn't even have a mouse pad. So, like, it looks like I was, like, playing on sandpaper. So that's why I'm just, like, wondering, like, if I'm missing something, let me know. I just don't see it as much. Like, I don't know what I'm looking. I guess I don't know what I'm looking for there. So I apologize if I'm not seeing something that's like obvious to you. I just don't know. You said with all that great tracking, I mean, you can still have good tracking, but I don't know. Once again, I'm not gonna go too deep into that because there's probably some other stuff I don't understand or something. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't.
Life protects life.
Like, I just feel like if they were really, really hardcore cheating or, like, cheating, they wouldn't aim at the floor and, like, shoot the floor. It seems like they have good tracking until they either run out of mouse pad or, like, something happens. Kind of what I'll do sometimes. Like, my tracking will be, like, really good, and then I'll just, like, I'll fall behind, and it just looks like my monitor's off.
What is that melody?
And just so people know, I saw the random thing on the spawn here, so I'll watch it again for you. I just want to see. Here you go.
What?
Yep, see? By the way, and I think this is what you're seeing, and this is what I wanted to show. Watch this. And I think this is what's happening. I don't know what watch this. Watch what happens to their mouse. Ready? I'm going to do it right. Okay, now look at. You saw that, right? Now, unless this, whatever the heck this is a cheater, it might just be how things are. Because there's nobody here. See? And I do that sometimes. Like, not even, like, I've seen it happen all the time. Like, you just move your mouse, it goes some random way, and it looks like that. See?
The payload is moving. The experiment is compromised.
All right, I'm gonna be real with y'all, chat. I got nothing on. I don't know. I don't think they're cheating. If I'm wrong, then that's on me. But like, I just don't think they are. I think like maybe I don't understand how some of this stuff works, but like I just don't see enough there to be like, oh yeah, get this player banned right now. Like I maybe that's me. Like I just don't see it. Like, and maybe there's moments I missed. And if there is, let me know. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and like, if somebody in the YouTube comments like, no, there definitely are. This is why. That's fine. Like, I'll give you like the, like I'm just too stupid unless they're like full aimbot. And I am saying that. But like my initial take is I'm leaning towards they aren't. I think this is just a really scuffed wide match game that ran wild. This player has pretty good aim, probably from a different game, and lacks the game sense of Overwatch to go with it. And that's what you're seeing. A combination of a player who plays a different game, is playing Overwatch, they're in a wide match, they're trying to play, maybe you know, a wide match even leans more towards me thinking that they just have a friend who got them into Overwatch. And they decided to queue up with their friend, played some games, they've leveled up their account, they've been playing for a bit, and it's just, that's what I'm getting from this, but like, that's, you said Apex, oh yeah, isn't that an aiming style in Apex too? Like the jitter aiming? Like that, yeah. That's my take. I could be wrong. If you see something, let me know in the YouTube comments. Like I said, I don't want to like sit there and be like, oh no, absolutely not. But like, I'm gonna lean towards no on that. If I'm missing anything, let me know. But like, I think that's what I'm gonna go with. I guess I could be wrong. Let me know what you think in the comments, because obviously like this will be up for debate. But definitely let me know. If you like this video, make sure to like button, subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't, leave a comment. All of that helps. Obviously, leave a comment what you think on this too. If you want to submit things like VODs like these, spectating, play the games, etc., my Discord's where to do that's in the description below, so go to the description. That's where you'll see that stuff. We also record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch chat below the webcam. Streaming on YouTube also, so stop by if you haven't. We have a lot of fun here. With that being said, I hope you have an amazing day/night.